Hi Aries, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your April 2024 monthly tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at the astrological energies of the month of April. I will tell you, April is probably one of the biggest months of the year. I say that, Aries, because as you all know, you have a total solar eclipse in your sign this month. We also have Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus making a conjunction, and we have Mercury retrograding in your sign, Aries. So really huge month for the entire collective, but especially you all, because Aries, you all will have so much dynamic energy moving throughout your sign over these next 28 days. So this energy is really going to be bigger than April. Some of this is going to extend into the summer, into the fall, and you all already know that your eclipse season has been going on for about the last year. So all really huge energy, Aries. So we're going to go week by week. Do check the description box below. I have highlighted all the important dates of the month. We have so many things going on during this month. Please make sure and check those dates, because I may not say each and every one of them throughout the reading, but just know it's a lot, okay? All right, Aries, let's get into it. I do want to thank each and every one of you for subscribing, and if you haven't already, I would love if you would. All right, Aries, let's go week by week. You start off that first week of April with the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, as well as the 2 of Cups, also in reverse. Second week of April, you have the 8 of Cups in the reverse, as well as the 9 of Wands. Third week of April finds you with the Queen of Pentacles, as well as the Strength card. This is your first major arcana card in the reverse. And then by the time you end April, you are ending with the Queen of Cups in the reverse, as well as the Knight of Swords. Okay, Aries, so let's go ahead and pull a card symbolizing where you ended the month of March. Now remember, in March we did have the starting of eclipse season, where we had that full moon in Libra eclipse on March 25th. So for many of you all, this is going to be where is it that this energy is bringing you into the month of April. So Spirit, if you could give us a card representing the energy that Aries is bringing into the month. That Page of Pentacles tried to come out, but it didn't. Your cards are really choppy, so Spirit is trying to really get you a message here. Let's see what they have for you. Ace of Cups in reverse. So for many of you all, Aries, you could have had some type of awakening or an intuitive insight coming in during that month of March. And I do think that some of you have been looking for more emotional support throughout the month of March. And now that you're in April, I do feel like you all are going to have this big boost of energy to move forward. And Spirit wants to remind you, make sure you're actually paying attention to all the fine details. Don't be rushing into things too quickly. And this Ace of Cups is reminding you, you have a lot of emotional support and healing around you, but to trust your instincts and to also trust your intuition, okay? So that's the energy you are bringing into the month of April. Now we're going to go ahead and pull a oracle card. Spirit, what do you have for Aries for the month of April? Okay, and you have summer. Bask in joy and light. Love that depiction with the bee. And remember, they often say bees depict very auspicious times, which can mean a lot of luck comes in. You could have heightened awareness of good luck around you and prosperity. And with the summer card, bask in joy and light, there is a reminder, Aries, to take your time throughout this season. Really enjoy all of your Aries season. I do think sometimes Aries and Scorpio both get a bad rap in terms of all their Mars or Martian energy that makes them great and makes them be able to be powerful and courageous. And I do think that this bee is reminding you, you have so much power in just enjoying the season. Okay, so remember that, bask in joy, bask to joy and light. So I love that depiction, Aries. So throughout this month, Aries, I really want you to take a look at where is it that you are working with people? Where is it that you're needing to possibly take a break from certain groups of people? Since we did just have that full moon in Libra, that first week of April, I can already see that there's conversations with people that possibly are not going the way that you would like them to. I can tell by the time you get to the second week of April, some of you could be leaving an emotional situation where you're no longer happy, no longer fulfilled. You're tired of what you have gone through over the past possibly few months, but this also could be your bigger eclipse season. This could be all the way back to April of 2023, okay? Now down here in that third week of the month, you do have this Queen of Pentacles, the Strength card. So there is this feeling of renewal. I do think that once you get to this third week of the month, this is where we will have that Jupiter and Uranus conjunction. So some type of money news could come into your month during that time. And then by the time you get to the end of the month, Aries, you're really raring to go, okay? I do think that once we get to that point, we will have Mercury now direct. You will be able to move forward with plans that possibly you couldn't get to at the beginning of the month, okay? So let's go week by week, Aries. Remember, every week is going to be very dynamic for you, okay? So pay attention to the people, conversations that you're having, especially around relationships. Remember, the Aries energy is more of the self, while the Libra energy is more of the we or the collective. That first week of April, we do have Mercury stationing retrograde on the 1st. Be careful of any conversations and details that you need to get right for the next 3 weeks. There is some kind of conversations around your money, around your resources, and I do think that when the sun is conjunct the North Node in your sign on April 4th, you are going to have kind of like a conversation with yourself around where is it that you no longer feel fulfilled with either a relationship, possibly you are moving out of a money tie with someone else, meaning like this could be a business relationship, or it could be a partner or a friend that you went into business with or just had some kind of money conversations with, okay? So pay attention to what happens in conversations that first week of April. Now, by the time you're moving on to the second week of the month, this is where I do see that you could be moving away from some type of emotional unfulfillment, okay? There is somewhere where you're feeling like around this total solar eclipse with that new moon in your sign on the 8th, you're like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm tired of either this relationship. I'm tired of the people around me possibly not listening, or I've just grown out of a phase. I do think that many of you all with that sun conjunct Chiron on the 8th, and then and Mars is conjunct Saturn on the 10th. Pay attention to how you are feeling. Really monitor your health during this month, Aries. You have a lot of energy that is going to probably build up around some of these themes that are coming in. Make sure if you are no longer feeling fulfilled, move on to another place, move on from old people. Those relationships may be time to end, okay? And I do think much of this is going to come out and kind of build throughout the month of April. Now, Aries, by the time we get to the third week of April, this is when we will have the sun entering Taurus on the 19th. And then on the next day, this is when we have that big Jupiter and Taurus conjunction, okay? Really, really big news here. This could be around your finances with that Queen of Pentacles. You could hear big news around this time. It could also be something globally, meaning like something in your city or something going in your the government or on a bigger, larger scale with crypto or investments. So pay attention, especially for you. It looks like you're balancing some type of news, and it does look like you're going to be able to handle it really well, whatever this information that comes out for you. And I do think that once you get to the 23rd with that full moon in Scorpio, be prepared for big news around your finances, your job, your career. Somewhere in there, in that week or two, some type of news is going to come out for you, okay? And I do think it's going to be a really happy news. I really feel like this is going to be positive for you. Remember that bask in your joy and light. I feel like that's what is really going to come forth that third week of the month. Now, by the time you end the month, we will have Mercury retrograding ending in your sign on the 25th. So now it's all systems go with conversations. If you're applying for a job, at this time, we also will have Venus entering Taurus on the 29th. Mars enters your sign on the 30th. So I do think Aries on the 30th or around that last week of the month, you have so much energy. You are ready to sign papers. You are ready to get conversations going, ones that you have been waiting for throughout Mercury retrograding in your sign. So really pay attention, though, to what you are getting into. Make sure you are not moving too quickly, Aries. Make sure that Mars in your sign isn't so abrupt that you're not taking the time to really read and look through all of the fine details, because that's going to be really important. Now, I do think that once we get to the end of the month, Aries, you're going to have like this big, like you're gonna have a release of how much you went through, because once we get to the end of the month and we move into May, we will have Pluto retrograding on the 2nd in the sign of Aquarius. So I will say, use this month, Aries, of all this momentum that you all have to really figure out where you want to go, what relationships you need to leave behind, and how to use all of this great energy in your sign to catapult you throughout the rest of the year. Okay, Aries, I hope this was helpful for you. Take a look at the description box below for other important videos that I think will really help you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I would love if you would. All right, Aries, enjoy your April.